Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 187 of the Two Player Co-op Podcast. As always, I'm one of your hosts here, Kevin, along with my brother from my mother, Sean.
How we doing?
Fantastic. I hit record. We are recording. Hey, if this is the first time you're ever seeing or listening or hearing to us, this is the Two Player Co-op Podcast, where just about every week, two brothers get together to tell you everything you need to know about in the world of video games. If you like that, make sure you like the video, subscribe, share it with all the friends and family and everyone in between. We're getting very close, yes.
Let me just jump in. Real talk.
Breaking news.
So, we do this whole rigmarole every episode, but please give us a sub.
We're so
really
close.
trying to get to 1,000.
So close.
I know maybe some of you watching right now, maybe some of you that watch like every single week have not subbed. Maybe the YouTube. I know there's like YouTube videos that I watch all the time, like different creators that.
Yep.
I just recently realized I hadn't subbed to because they're always right there front and center on my main page because the algorithms know what you want to watch and whatever. And so I never bothered subbing because they were just always there. And then I realized, hey, I've never actually subbed to them, and I did it. So if that's any of you, please consider giving us a sub. It would mean the world to us. We're really trying to get to 1,000. Thank you. Back to your regularly scheduled programming.
That is correct, and that was a good segue. Amazon Music was there, and it was Starship, because nothing's going to stop us now.
It's probably still not going to play.
No, it wasn't that. What was it we were trying to play? We had a fun
the
Father's
stupid
Day.
Amen drum solo thing. That's what started it.
Yeah, and then I had to find it on YouTube, and then all of a sudden Ninja Rap came on, and then the tweet happened. Bong! It's like this. It's like... But yeah, like, subscribe, everything he said. Thank you guys so much. If you really like us, go over to patreon.com/2playercoop, just like our producers, Steve Appleton, Aunt Sue, and Vernon Slayton did, as well as our affiliates, Logan Wilkinson and James Solar. James, I appreciate you deleting your Twitter. I do.
Wait, what?
He deleted his Twitter. He signed out of Twitter because he's not going to be able to play The Last of Us for like the next week. So... I appreciate your dedication to the cause. We'll talk about Last of Us here in a minute.
Crap. I wanted to... We can always cut this out. I was going to mention...
You can mention it.
So I want to talk some spoilers. Just hold on. Is there any way we can just do like a little sidebar video? Like, can you just like cut that part out?
I can.
And then just like put it in a separate video, and that'll be like our spoiler talk, rather than trying to do this whole thing that we always do. I don't know. It was just something I was thinking about. But now I'm talking about it on air, and it's weird. But
I mean,
is that doable?
This
I know.
Is behind
we're
the sausage.
We're usually so professional here, but
this is how the sausage is.
Because there's stuff I want to talk about, but I know some people don't want to hear.
I can cut it out. I'll call it initial Last of Us 2 spoiler impressions.
Yeah, something like that, just so we can air our grievances.
I have lots of grievances with this game. But if you like merch, you can go to teespring.com/stores/2playercoop and twitch.tv/2player_coop. I don't even know. I just want to go, like, whenever we stream. Yes, that's a super successful platform, Sean.
Yes.
By the way, they're now gone, and now you have to go on Facebook.
Facebook gaming, because...
I didn't even know that was a thing.
I don't know.
I don't know if it was before now. Before we get into everything else, DC Fandome, which is a horrible name.
Fandome?
Yes. Was announced. It's August 22nd. They have announced that they will be showing DC video games. We'll get to those here in a minute, which it's, if you've listened to the news, you know what it is, or read, or whatever the news. But the other thing is, I assume, and he's pretty... Get the heebs and the jeebs. He's pretty much assured at this point that we're going to get a trailer for the Snyder Cut. And I will say, Sean texted me after I sent him this, and I agree with what he said. He basically said, this already looks better than the actual Justice League that we got.
It just looks...
It looks like a movie. Like, Justice League looks like a freaking made-for-TV, crappy butt movie. Like, it's horrible.
Yeah, I can't really put my finger on it. I don't know if it's literally the look, like the appearance of it, or more of like the feel.
It's both.
I don't know, but there's something about it. I'm like, this already looks
More produced, more
Yeah.
like big budget, what a superhero flick should be. Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
You have anything else you want to talk about? Other than the obvious.
I don't think so.
Sean, have you played anything this week other than the big one?
The only thing I've played
Yeah.
besides is Ring Fit Adventure. I couldn't tell. I'm like, what are you doing? Are you just getting excited? I'm like, oh,
No.
he's doing the Ring Fit. I thought you were like, yes.
He's
I'm
gonna
like,
tell
what
me
does he think? I'm
I'm
doing?
doing
Oh, he's doing the Ring Fit. Got Brittany into it. She started yesterday. It's a lot of fun. Was that in there from day one, like the story mode thing?
Yes.
Okay. So when I played it here, you just went into some like mini game mode
yeah,
or something,
exactly.
right? Okay. It's fun. I mean, it's nobody cares about the story, but at least it's like, and I haven't even really looked. There's like the rhythm game mode or whatever. And then I know there's the other stuff you can do where you just do the exercises. But I do like the story mode because it's like, I don't know. I just like how it keeps track of what you're doing. It's like, okay, well, here's, now you're on
You got
World
stats
3,
for everything.
and I don't know. It seems pretty fun. It definitely kicks my butt. I've had it for not quite a week now. I've only done it 2 nights because after the first night, I didn't feel like doing it again for like a few days. And then I did it again. I guess it was just yesterday. And I feel a lot better the day after this time than I did the day after the first time. The first time I was just like, it was more my legs than my arms. My arms seemed to feel fine, but my legs with all the squats and just the jogging in place, whatever. It's kind of embarrassing how much of my butt it kicked. But it's fun. I'm enjoying it.
It's fun. Casey starts. So Casey's my 6-year-old. He starts doing Ring Fit, and he wants to do the story mode because it's fun. And like the first level 1-1 starts, and he's going like as quick as he can. I'm like, dude,
Pace yourself.
yo, just you just gotta jog. This is level 1. Just chill. But he's like, it was funny.
Did he make it through?
He got all the way through World 2.
Oh, that's where I am. I just beat World 2.
Yeah, he loves fighting the. It's a dragon.
The boss guy.
Yeah,
the big boss man.
I guess he's a dragon. He's got wings, Dragnox or something.
Yeah, something like that. He looks like the How to Train Your Dragon, but
on steroids.
yeah. But I think that's it.
The only other thing I've played this week is a game called Riverbond.
Oh, yeah, me too.
And if you missed the Let's Play, please go check it out because I just got my 50th platinum. And for the first time ever on the podcast, I'm debuting my trophy glass. Oh, Sean, you were right. It's going to be perfect. It's going to go right up to the rim. Ooh, not that rim. It's going to be weird
It's
to
like
drink
the Stanley
out of,
Cup.
But, yeah. You want to kiss it?
Nope.
Okay. Don't hold it up because it'll spill. I got my 50th platinum.
Way ahead of schedule. You did not set
6 months,
lofty enough of a goal.
I didn't know how many cheap platinums I could get this year, but I did. I'm not going to set another goal. Nobody ever hits their New Year's resolution goals. I've hit mine. I'm happy.
I don't even remember what mine were, but I'm guessing I didn't hit them. It's only June.
It's only June. This beer's so good. That's all I got.
What is that?
Edge Unveiled Brewing Double IPA Rabbit. Jack Rabbit.
But where's it? Like, where did you get it?
Kroger. $8.99, 8% ABV.
Oh, wow.
They sell out quick. When they're there, they go pretty quickly.
Interesting.
What?
I don't know. That was
Interesting.
weird. Interesting.
So I got my 50th platinum. We did a Let's Play over on the channel. It's not that popular because it's like a 2-year-old game and it's not that good a game. But we had fun. What did you think of Riverbond? Because I put 6-7 hours into it to get the platinum. But what do you think for a half hour?
It definitely seems like the kind, like the kind of game that I would lose interest in quickly single player.
If not for the platinum.
Multiplayer, it seems fun, but I would like more, especially that being the final world.
They're all
that's almost seemed
identical.
like that's what I'm saying. So if that's how the final world is, I'm assuming the first world is certainly no better than that. If anything, it's even more basic. And there's just a lot of I wish there were like powers you can like a different variety
like
of enemies
stuff.
Yeah, stuff to do, and not just like here's your quest for this room. It'd be nice if maybe all the rooms were linked and you had a key in the fourth room and you could go back to the first room and open up a door that gets you a special weapon, and then you know like more I don't know,
Zelda.
Yeah, I guess really more Zelda like, but I mean it's fun, but I don't think I would really care to play it by myself.
No, I think I already deleted it after I got the platinum. But I mean, it
served
fun.
its purpose.
Oh no, actually, no, I didn't, because I told the boys like they like Minecraft Dungeons. I said you would like this too. And for sometimes they just want to play on my PlayStation instead of on their Xbox. I'm like, just play this. You guys would like it because it's better.
Better.
That's all I've played. So do you want to start off with the spoilers? I think we should, and then we can come back with the non-spoiler thoughts.
Okay.
All right, but before we get
so if you're
into
watching
that,
this video, you don't have to worry because we're about to cut it out. So
we're not going to put any spoilers. The only thing I will say is right now, came out today that The Last of Us Part 2 is the fastest selling PS4 game ever in the UK, which is usually a good indication of overall sales. They beat Uncharted 4 by like 1%. But this only counts physical copies. They haven't even counted digital yet. So it's pretty safe to say this is the best-selling launch weekend game on PS4 ever when it comes to exclusives. I'm not counting GTA and Red Dead and whatever. I'm just talking exclusives. And I have some thoughts about that. So we're going to cut this out right now, and then we will come back on the regular podcast with spoiler-free thoughts. If you want our spoiler-filled thoughts for the first 5, 6, 7, 8 hours, go over to youtube.com/2playercoop and check them out there. All right. So if you played the game, hopefully you checked out our video that went up yesterday on the channel where we talk about the spoilers and the big change in the beginning of the game, which we're not going to spoil here. So, Sean, overall impressions of the game, spoiler-free. What do you think so far, Last of Us? We're both about the same way, and I think we said
a little further than I am.
I'm about 8.5 hours. Sean's 7.5 to 8, somewhere in there. What do you think of The Last of Us Part 2 so far? This is really weird because we're recording this right after we just got really heated about spoilers. But, yeah, what do you think?
So, I like it in general. I think it is I've said this multiple times now about several different games. It is the most beautiful game I've ever seen.
It's the most realistic.
Just the water, like when you're watching like the stream, just like the water and like the rope physics and like all this stuff.
Rope
it's
physics.
Just,
I was so glad when Push Square tweeted that out because I was like, yeah, the first time I threw a rope, I was like, holy crap! Like this feels like a next gen rope. But yeah, like this is it's so stupid. When I say it out loud, it sounded better before I said it out loud in my head. Yeah, this is the most... Neither of us played Red Dead 2, so maybe we're missing that. But from the games that we have played, this is easily the most technically impressive game I've ever played.
Yeah. It's the most beautiful game I've seen. The story... This game is very much, for me, about a story and just beautiful visuals.
Yeah.
The gameplay is maybe my least favorite part of it. And I don't know, I go back and forth. There are so many times, if there's like 2 enemies, I'm like, well, I'm dead.
Yeah,
I feel like,
too.
I mean, you know, if I've got their attention, like, if I'm being,
have you got to dogs yet?
I saw a dog.
Well, wait till they get your scent because that's another level of frustration.
Yeah.
Let me just say that.
If I've got 2 people like meleeing me, it's pretty much game over.
Yeah.
It's one thing if I've got people shooting at me and I can pew pew pew,
right.
pew, but like I just feel like the game it's not built, and
it's built for one-on-one.
Yeah, and like I'm Ellie. I'm not.
You're a 17-year-old girl. Yeah.
Right. It's not like I'm.
Stretch
I'm not
strong.
I was gonna say I'm not God of War.
Kratos?
Kratos.
Atreus? Okay.
I'm Ellie. I'm not Kratos. So, and I don't know that that's what they're going for. I do feel like it's more
I
just
think they are, yeah.
a fault of the gameplay more than just like, ooh, let's make this hard to overcome these odds. Whereas if you're Kratos and you got two guys attacking, you're just like, and you're fine. So that and just in general, I can't remember if the first one felt like this. Felt like this. By the way, everything just seems. I don't have a bag to buy. I mean, okay. Everything seems very like floaty, and I'm just trying to like go up and like read a thing, and and I just like I have like trouble making like small, precise movements. I just feel like she's like all over the place. And
one thing I will say there, I feel like that's how all Naughty Dog games felt until Uncharted 4. I know you haven't played it.
Yeah.
But Uncharted 4, I feel like they did a lot better when it comes to the gunplay and like hiding behind cover and stuff like that. This game abandoned all that. It's like you just walk up to cover and you're like, if you hold L2 to aim, it's like, I'm going to stand up so everybody can see me. And it takes forever to aim. Oh, I got shot. Like I feel like they did a disservice to what they accomplished in Uncharted 4. Not that it's the best playing game ever, but when it comes to Naughty Dog games, I feel like they made a lot of progress there, and then they took a big backstep when it comes to gameplay in this.
Yeah. And again, spoiler free, but the first time you see, I guess, a new enemy,
no, we can talk about that. That was in the trailers.
Yeah, well, okay.
Shamblers.
But like the part where you see them, there's I think 2 Shamblers and 2 runners, and I'm like, okay, I don't really know where to go.
I don't really know what to do. I died immediately.
I'm just like, I don't know how to fight these guys. Like, I just threw a Molotov and I just ran, and I mean, I died there. I probably died 3 or 4 times. When I was died trying once, to fight them.
But I went up against them like one-on-one. Was like, and then they're like, spores. And then you kill, even if you kill them, they spread their spores everywhere and stuff. But I was like, this. So yeah, the next time I took out the whatever it was, if it was a clicker, runner, whatever it was, I took it out silently without getting seen by I think there were, like you said, 2 Shamblers, and I was like, I took this guy out, and I was like, okay, I know where this guy's going, and I booked it, and I got past him. I only died once, but.
Yeah, the game definitely does a good job of not the same way as like Resident Evil, but I always feel like I'm on edge. And there are extended periods of time in this game with no enemies, but I'm always where?
Well, but it's like walking around the baker like, the baker house, you know, because you're just waiting for Jack to come
you
out.
know that people are around, and you're just like, when's it going to happen? That's the other thing. Maybe it's just been a while since I've played the original. Maybe it's something again that they're going for. I feel like the sense kind of sucks in this game. I feel like it does not work as well as part 1.
I agree. It's
like part 1, you'd see somebody like running across this balcony up there. In this, I'm like, I know there's somebody on the other side of the door, and I'm sensing,
but
there's nobody there.
Like
and then I go through, and there's like
things.
Yeah. To me, this I almost don't even use it. I mean, I keep using it, and it keeps doing nothing. So I just sense
see a blurry,
nothing. Whatever.
Like white bubble, and you're like, are they right next to me or a mile away? I don't know.
Yeah. So to me, the sense isn't. It's not really. And I don't know. Maybe Ellie. I mean, my God, these are just human beings, so they shouldn't really be able to. I mean, I get it's a video game, but like maybe Ellie. She's just not as good as Joel, so Joel can do it better, or maybe it's just harder to do in this game. I don't know, but I kind of feel like the gameplay is my least favorite part, and it's not bad,
but it's not good.
But it's not. Yeah, it leaves a lot to be desired. There's also little things like I'll see like a thing on the ground, and I walk over to it and I hit triangle. But I didn't pick it up. I had to back up and make sure I'm looking right at it for the triangle thing to pop up. Like just little things like that. It could be, I guess, a little more polished. And I know I'm grasping at straws here. There's not a whole lot. I mean, in general, I do really enjoy the game. But other than the graphics, it doesn't seem like it's that like a 7 year 7 year difference. It seems like it's the same engine, the same combat mechanics, same everything. Just prettier graphics, new story, new setting, whatever. But like, it plays almost identical to the first one. And that's not to say the first one sucked. The first one was amazing. But I think I would have expected this one to just feel and play more differently than it does.
So what I wrote so far, we're not getting into any spoilers. Check out our video from yesterday or Tuesday, whenever you're watching this. I wrote here, the game is beautiful. The snow, the models, the animation, like you said, the rope physics. It's like, this is going to be a bad comparison, but I'm going to say it. This game actually kind of reminds me of The Order 1886.
Never played it.
You're lucky. Easy platinum, but you don't need to play it. I've got it if you want it. This is a technical masterpiece. I will say that. Like you said, the environments, everything, it's beautiful. Like the sound design, I'm playing with my platinum headset and everything, and I can hear like this, there, whatever. It's awesome. The sound design also, like the death gurgles when you're like, and then Ellie's like, you're already dead, but I'm going to go. Every time she's, I will say, we need more, there should have been more stealth kill animations. I'll say that. Because it's the same thing whether you're that other character or you're Ellie.
But I swear there's been at least one time, and I don't know if I did something different, where instead of slitting the throat, she's like, bam, 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 and just like clocks him in the head with a gun a few times instead of... maybe that's what it is?
If people see you, she does it differently. But she's only got one actual stealth kill.
Yeah. Okay, I guess that's what it is.
I wrote here, dear God, the clickers are still terrifying. When you hear that...
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I have mostly played stealth. I feel like this game kind of... And I love stealth games. I'm a Metal Gear fan. But I feel like this game really encourages you to be stealth as much as you can until you're in a field, or you're in an outside area and there's 8 enemies. And you're like, well, I can't be stealth now. I mean, you kind of can, but...
I'm 7.5 hours into this game. I would be shocked if I have fired my gun more than 25 times.
Well,
I pretty much just do a lot of stealth kills.
What I just went through before I got to
stealth and melee,
a cutscene that they changed in the trailers, which I'm gonna get into in a minute. Until that point, I barely ever fired my gun. I got to the point where I was like overwhelmed, and I'm going through almost all my bullets in every gun I have before I got to that cutscene.
Really?
And it didn't feel right. Like, I feel like this game is meant to be played stealthy. And at this point, you just can't, because there's like 8 people all like in a circle around you. And you're like, well, I'm in grass. I'm going to crawl. What am I going to do? I will say one thing I do like. The horse, very well controlled.
Yeah.
Because every horse in every video game sucks.
It's always terrible.
But the horse in this, it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's still a little clumsy, but it works pretty well.
Just hold X before you get to something you got to jump over, and you're fine.
Yeah,
I'm not going to say this because that's a spoiler. One of the things I also wrote, holy crap, shamblers. Okay. Also, I hate killing dogs. You'll get there very soon.
There was one part, because I've heard about the dogs in this game.
It's horrible.
There's this one part in day 1. So you said you didn't go to the music store. There's another place you can go called Barco's.
I went there. I found the key. I went there. Yeah.
Okay. I'm like, oh, God, here we go. And then there's just nothing.
Yeah.
Sorry, that may have been spoilers, but like, I just assumed there's going to be a bunch of dogs in there to kill, or at least a dog. And I was like, oh, God, I'm seeing like empty
like
cages and stuff. I'm like, oh, God. And then there's just nothing. It's like, oh, well, okay. But I have yet to get to any dogs.
Give it about 15, 20 minutes. You'll be there. I will say this, spoiler-free thoughts. like we said on the video yesterday, I feel like this game has lied to us for 3.5 years, and I'm not happy. If you played it, you know what I mean about the opening. I to me, it's Metal Gear Solid 2 crossed with The Last Jedi. This isn't going to go how you think it is, whatever Luke said. Horrible movie. Come at me. I don't care. Garbage movie. Freaking worse than this. Worse than what happens to this game. It's the worst. Metal Gear Solid 2. It's not like you're going to play as Ellie. Oh, you play as Dina. It's not like that. It's not something like that. But you have the rug pulled out from under you in this game. That's all I'll say. And it was 3.5 years of lies where stuff was manipulated in trailers and stuff, and I'm not happy about it. I get why they did it, because you don't want to give away the story, whatever. That's all I'll say. But that has really clouded my judgment. I saw Chris and Colin were going back and forth. Chris was about 8 hours in, so I assume he's about where I am. And he's like, Last of Us isn't... He's like, everybody's got a hate boner for this game. It's not as bad as some people say, and it's also not as amazing as some people say. And then a follow-up tweet, he said, really, like, this is the most hyperbolic game he's played in years.
Yeah.
And he said people on both sides are swaying his opinion, that it's hard to just craft his own opinion. And Colin's like, yeah, I understand. Nobody's swaying my opinion. I just know, like, I reacted, like I texted, because Sean was ahead of me on the first night. And I texted to him, and he wrote back with a face. It's... If you haven't played the game and you want spoilers, go watch our video from yesterday. That's all I'll say. But I'm not happy.
I can say unequivocally. You got it.
You want that?
This is the... Oh, I forgot I had that.
I'll share with you.
This is the... Like I was saying already, this is the prettiest game I've ever seen. Very story-driven. Gameplay is so-so. I don't really see the gameplay changing drastically. The story, who knows where it's going to go. It's beautiful. It's not going to change. It's not going to get any better or worse looking. So I almost already kind of feel like my mind is made up. I don't see the game, and I'm not saying it's bad. I don't see my thoughts on the game getting any worse. And that's not to say that they're bad right now.
Oh, to mine me, can't get any worse than they are right now.
To me, right now, this game is... So Metacritic is saying what? It's a 95?
It went down to 95, yeah.
To me, right now, this is an 85 to 90, I think.
I'm a solid 80. Right.
Yeah.
I'm at 80.
I don't see it getting... Unless the story just blows me away or something changes, like... I don't know that it's going to end up higher than a 90 for me. As of right now, I think Final Fantasy is still my game of the year.
Oh, it's not even close right now. I thought this was easily going to be my game of the year after even 8 hours in. It's not even close. Final Fantasy VII is easily my game of the year still right now. Like, I'm the biggest Sony fanboy you'll meet.
Is if somehow at the end of the year... No, if somehow at the end of the year... Final Fantasy VII is your game of the year, and The Last of Us is my game of the year.
Well, then the universe has collapsed onto itself. No, but like I am a huge, admittedly, Sony fanboy, and I wanted to love this game, and I just don't right now. This is the most complicated game that I've quote unquote reviewed the whole time we've done this podcast. And if you've played it, you know what I mean. If you haven't, stay away from spoilers. But I'm 8 hours in, and I'm like, I like it, but I'm not sold at all. Like, I don't care about... Here's my big issue. Spoiler-free. What I think made The Last of Us so good was Naughty Dog at their peak. Naughty Dog. Don't pour it in the pipe, because it's got a hole.
I was just going to drink it.
Naughty Dog at its peak is about character stories and like relationships and everything. And I feel like this game has completely missed the mark when it comes to that. I literally don't give two flips about any new character in this game. No spoilers, no names, no nothing. I do not care at all. And about 8 hours, well, what was it? About 6 hours in, you're going to get a bombshell that's supposed to make you feel for a certain character, and you're like, oh, yeah, I don't want this character to die because of X, but like, I still don't like this character. Like, you have not done any building or anything to make me care about this person or that person or anything. The people I care about in this world are Ellie, Joel, and Tommy. And that's it.
Yeah, but think 6, 7, 8 hours into The Last of Us, did you care about Ellie?
Oh, yeah?
But why? You knew nothing about her at that point.
Well, you want me to spoilers for The Last of Us?
For The Last of Us? Part 1?
7 years, who cares? Because at that point, we already knew, in the first 20 minutes, we knew Joel was a dad, his daughter died on his
Okay, but you
birthday.
care about Ellie, but really just because of Joel. You care about Joel. Ellie's just...
She's Sarah by proxy.
Yeah, Ellie is important to Joel, but do you really care about Ellie at that point? Or you just care about her because of what
Joel.
she means to Joel?
But that's why that's why the game the first game was so well written and everything, is that it made me care about this girl that we didn't know. We didn't know any of these characters before this game, but stick with me. But like, they made us care about Ellie because of you see so much. And if you watch any of these recap videos, if you haven't, please do. And anybody out there, like, everything that Joel's going through, like he wants to shut Ellie out because of everything that happened to Sarah, but he can't, and he ends up, quote unquote, falling for her as a daughter-like figure, and he calls her baby girl, and he's not going to let anything happen to her. And then everything that happens in Winter with the freaking cannibals and everything, like, there's so far, they're not doing anything with any of these new characters to make me care about them. I guess what they're trying to do with a certain...
I feel like this game could have benefited a lot from a Ground Zeroes type mini game. Like short game, being like, hey...
To get to that?
Right. To
yes.
like fill in some of the last 3 or 4 years.
To get to that moment.
Like... Oh, you're saying end that one there?
Yes.
Maybe. I'm just saying... This game could pick up right where it did, but it would be nice to be like, hey, here's some new characters you're going to see. Here. Get to know them. That kind of thing, as opposed to just starting the game off and be like, here's a bunch of new characters.
Yeah.
I just feel like, I don't know. I feel like it could have benefited from, I don't know.
I might end up being wrong, but I feel like this game is Neil Druckmann thinking his farts don't stink. And I love Neil. But there's something there. This game is not clicking for me. Pun, click, I know.
That's as close.
That was way better than me going click, 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 click. I'm a clicker. I go click, click, click. I don't know. This is tough for me. Again, I'm a Sony fanboy. I wanted this to be like my game of the generation. It's not.
No.
So far, it's not as good as Horizon or God of War. And in my mind, it's not even close. Both games were more fun, had more engaging stories, made me care about characters that I didn't know before the game way better than this does. And I don't have a hate boner for this game. Trust me, I want to love this game. I just don't right now. And they could in the next... That was the other thing I was going to say. 25 to 30 hours in this world, way too long. I can already tell 8 hours in, this game is already dragging. There's so much
the fact that I'm only
and
like a quarter of the way through just seems like... I feel like I should be more like a third of the way through.
I feel like I should be halfway through. Like, there's so much that's just walking around and like puzzle solving where you don't know what to do. Sometimes you just got to wait for a hint to pop up because you didn't see that tiny little window over there they might be able to break to go through. Then when you climb up this thing, go up that thing, climb up the rope and do this. Like, I don't feel like the game, like I said, you've said too, it's a technical marvel, but that doesn't make it a great game, in my opinion.
I will say the way you're talking about it makes me. It seems like it's more like a 6 in your mind, as opposed to an 8.
I'm
Unless it's because you were expecting a 12.
I was expecting a 12
and so
out of
an
10.
8.
So it's really like a 4. Average it out, it's an 8. No, it's like I'm going to see it through and I'm going to see where they're going with the story. But right now, what they've shown me so far, I don't feel like it's up to Naughty Dog standards.
But I do still think there's going to be more to it. You cannot just have a game that's literally just, I'm going to go kill everybody. No matter the reason, you can't make a game that's the only... Something else has to come into play, I think. That's the one way that I think maybe this game could end up lower than a 85, 8.5, whatever you want to call it. For me, is if we've seen what the story has in store for us. If literally it's just, and you killed everybody, game over, congratulations. Like, that was the story. I was literally just going to kill everybody. So I do think something has to happen that we just haven't gotten to yet, but it can't just be a revenge story.
Well, I mean, you and I said this the entire lead up. We talked about it in the spoiler video the other day, but like
the other day,
yesterday, today, as we're recording, we said all along. I said, and I think you agree with me that I said all along. There's no way this is just like, hi, my name's Ellie, and Dina's my girlfriend. Oh no, they killed her. I'm gonna kill every single one of them. And I said, there's no way it's that. And I will say, it's not that simple. I'll say that. To be spoiler-free, you think that's safe to say?
Yeah.
It's not, so I applaud them for that. But what they did, I do not applaud them for. I don't know. I'm hoping, as pissed off as I am at this game, I want to power through it. I'm hoping I can beat it by the time we podcast next week. But I don't know if that's going to happen.
I don't think I'm going to.
So we'll see. Any other thoughts, Sean?
Any other shots?
Any other shots, Thon?
No, I think we summed it up.
Sean.
Yes.
You want to get news of the week?
Yes. We don't even do that anymore.
I did it last week. Did you not watch it back?
Oh, but no, but I mean, you used to have the little button thing.
There's too many. But we're not doing.
Oh yeah, that's
OBS.
true. That's right.
Cut it all out, Kev. I'm not going to cut it out. Anyways,
kill them all, Mick.
Hold on, I looked that up today.
Through the hole, kill them all with the hibbity dibbity bibbity bibbity hibbity.
You're close. You're very, very close. Very. Also, it's funny when I go through my iCloud pictures. Eliza had my iPad hooked up to iCloud and took all these pictures of me when we were driving back from the beach. Here's her chubby little leg. This was
not a selfie in there. You'd think at some point you would have seen her be like...
This was before the wreck, by the way. All right, hold on. I saw it today. Oh, my haircut pictures. Kill 'em all. Work. But as rude as and indecent as all hell, syllables, skillaholic, kill 'em all with this flippity dippity hippity hip hop. You don't really want to get into a pissing match with this rapidy brat packing a Mac in the back of the AC. I can't. It cuts off. I don't know. Those are the words. All right, news of the week. We got some PS5 updates this week, Sean, which typically happens after a big news week, which was the last week of the podcast in the year of our Lord Hideo Kojima 2020. All right. Spider-Man Miles Morales. We found out that it takes place 1 year after Spider-Man PS4. New villains, set pieces, and quests. There will be instantaneous loading, 3D audio, ray tracing, and an, quote, overhauled New York City. Insomniac also said that they have, quote, much of Peter's story left to tell, end quote, in Spider-Man 2. I don't care what you want to call this game. Uncharted Lost Legacy, Spider-Man 2, DLC. I don't care. I just know that I cannot freaking wait to play as Miles Morales.
Miles from Home.
You think that's 3?
No, that's what this one should be.
No, because it's not. He's home. He's in New York City. That doesn't make any sense. So I don't know. What did any of those updates speak to you at all?
Not really. I mean, it's pretty much things we all knew. I'm glad to hear. I mean, I do love Miles, but I'm also glad that they're not just like, okay, we're done with Peter. Like,
right.
I think Spider-Man 2, whenever it comes, I think there will be plenty of Miles still in that game. But I'm glad, and I wouldn't be surprised if Peter died in that game. I don't know if Sony or Marvel, whatever, wants to go that direction. Yeah. But I'm glad I'm glad that they're not just like, okay, well, that was Peter's story, and now here's Miles. Like, no, I'm not done with Peter yet, so that's good to hear.
Light spoilers. I'm not going to actually say anything, but like I think the way that they did Spider-Man PS4, if you didn't give us a continuation of Peter's story in that game, it would be a disservice. So there's clearly elements that Miles is going to be a thing in this world, and now we know that because this game's coming out. But yeah, you've got to. My guess after beating the first game was that Peter would die, and I assume it'll be a trilogy, and he will die near the beginning of the trilogy, of the third. Sorry.
Maybe, yeah, I could see.
Because do you remember the post credits and everything with the?
Yeah.
So like, 2's going to be awesome, and just giving us this game where Miles exists as another Spider-Man in this world. I mean, you could do GTA 5, like switch between them or something. Everything we've like, gonna think of like Rocksteady, which we'll get to here in a minute. Switching between the turtles like GTA 5 style, except you're like, here. Like if they did that where you can switch between 2 different Spider-Men with completely different abilities and attacks and agility and everything else. Oh my God. Yes.
Yeah.
Kill them all, mate.
Get them all, mate.
Horizon Forbidden West is coming out in 2021. When I saw this, I was like, well, yeah, but also, yes! Kill them all, mate. That hurt. I think they actually said that they are targeting 2021. So this feels to me, it's not going to be March. This is not going to be Breath of the Wild. I still think Breath of the Wild 2 is coming out February or March of next year. Whenever Nintendo decides to do their Direct, we'll find out. But I feel like this is a fall game. And then 2022 is going to give us God of War and Spider-Man in the fall. God of War 2, spring. Spider-Man 2 in the fall.
Whew. That would be...
I mean, PS5, man.
Yeah.
I don't care what it looks like. Just give me these games. Horizon Forbidden West will stretch from Utah all the way over to the Pacific Ocean. We saw the Golden Gate Bridge and stuff in the trailer.
Now, where did the first one... I mean,
it was mostly
think
like
we need to worry about spoilers.
No, because it was like Colorado, Montana. Is that in the same area?
I think they touch... I don't know. They might not.
They're all around that, like the middle of the country.
But yeah, okay. Wyoming.
Yes, Phil Jackson. There will be virtually no loading screens. You get it, right?
I thought you were going to go like Firewatch or something, but you pulled out Phil Jackson on me.
We're never going to get in Valley, guys. Isn't happening.
Anyway.
There will be virtually no loading screens, whether you're fast traveling or loading from checkpoints. This is going to be a theme with first-party PS5 games for sure. It has a bigger map than Horizon Zero Dawn. There are also hidden underwater areas. So it's funny that they said hidden underwater areas because it's like you spent like 15, 20 seconds in this 2-minute trailer showing Aloy underwater. So I don't know if it's like, obviously they're not really like hidden, but maybe they're, I don't know how they're going to do it, but the underwater thing is super cool to me. There are more tribes, both peaceful and hostile. And there are, quote, dozens of new robot dinosaurs. There's freaking pterodactyls. I didn't even say that last week. There's freaking pterodactyls. And also, when you're going through the world, massive storms can occur. I think I'm more excited for this than Breath of the Wild 2 for next year.
I think I am also, which is kind of sacrilege for me to say, but I think it's more just because we've seen Horizon. Yes. Now, once I see and start to hear some stuff about Breath of the Wild 2 or whatever, I may change my mind.
Oh,
but as of right now, just seeing Horizon, I'm like, oh my God. Like, Breath of the Wild, unless you switch it up, like we've talked about, I'm going to be mildly disappointed. Horizon, don't really...
Just give me more.
If you want to make it more Breath of the Wild, like where you can, go anywhere and climb anything, whatever.
Well, and they kind of hinted that at the trailer when she's going up the rocks and stuff,
So that's really all I want changed out of Horizon 2. Yeah, give us more robot dinosaurs. I'm not crazy about the water stuff just because I hate everything about water.
Yeah, but it's not going to be
water never levels. Adds anything. I don't think
it's so pretty.
Water, like swimming portions, have in any game I'm aware of has never been better than just, well, that wasn't that bad. There's never been a water part where I was like, that was so cool. Like,
but I
never.
mean, well,
there's never been a part where I was like, that was the coolest thing ever, and it was a water part.
No,
never.
There has. There was Ninja Turtles on the NES, and there was Earthworm Jim, and there was Metal Gear Solid 2 where you're
stupid
dragon what's her
name?
face,
Emma.
and you can't control the swim. Oh, I'm way wrong. Never mind. Water sucks. But
that's what I'm saying. Like,
I have no retort. Never mind. I have no retort.
I like.
It looks beautiful.
It looks beautiful. Yes.
Being under the robot dinosaurs.
I'm hoping it's basically just land, and then maybe, hey, there's some water. And guess what? If you swim down in it, there's like an underwater cave that leads over here. And that's it.
Whatever.
I don't want any more water than that. So the water's neither here nor there for me. I can just do without it. I don't need water in any games. It's never, ever fun. Never, ever fun. Ever, ever, ever. So, what were we talking about?
Water. Next up, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. The female Lombax is playable. Now, I wonder if that means we're going to have... If we have two-player co-op in this game,
oh my
boy,
God.
You better wait
that
for some Let's Plays.
Insane.
Holy crap. I assume what it means is... I don't know this, but what I assume is you're going to go back and forth between Ratchet and...
It's like Ratchetverse.
I don't know. Okay. I thought that was a game, and I was like, no, he means Spider-Verse.
Yeah,
okay.
It's going to be like that, I think, where you have, like, she's in some other universe, multiverse, whatever. She's the Ratchet. She's, like, the hero, whatever. And
Feature.
Sure.
Insomniac did say that Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart is only possible on the PS5. The DualSense will let you feel the guns and feel more powerful. You push down halfway to fire one barrel of a double-barrel shotgun, or all the way to fire both barrels. And all the weapons are more immersive. And they said when you're like kind of holding down the trigger to fire, like a double. But when there's like 150 enemies on screen, I'm gonna be like, I'm not gonna be like,
yeah, it's not the game where you really need to worry about conserving ammo.
Yeah. But it sounds cool. Also, they said that 3D audio will bring you into the world like never before. I'm so excited. I'm still holding out hope that somehow this is out this year, even though Insomniac's already got Spider-Man Miles Morales coming out this year. Clearly, they've been working on this game for at least 4 years, because Ratchet and Clank PS4 came out in 2016. They might have even been working on this before then. I don't know, but like... Yeah, I am so excited to play this freaking game.
I cannot wait. I don't know. I know what I'm getting with this game.
Yeah.
And I want it.
Yep.
Spider-Man, it's like, I think I know what to expect. I think it's I know it's not a full game, but it's also not like a spin-off. Like, I'm not expecting original Spider-Man's worth of content.
Right.
And maybe for that reason alone, I think I'm actually more looking forward to Ratchet. I want more Ratchet. I don't think that gets old.
Yep.
Spider-Man, yeah, I want more Spider-Man, but at the same time, if you're just Spider-Man in a black suit instead of Spider-Man in a red suit and you're still swinging all over Manhattan, like, how different can it be? So, and not to say that Ratchet, actually, I think Ratchet it'll still feel like Ratchet, but my God, there's just so much other crap going on.
Yeah. If they can deliver on what that trailer showed with going to world to world to world to world without, like, stopping to load, oh my God.
Yeah. I don't know. Whatever. I think I'm actually looking more forward to Ratchet than Spider-Man right now.
Wow.
Wow.
Jim Ryan said in an interview that, quote, "I really want to convey the message that we are just getting started here," end quote. Basically what he was saying is, we showed a lot on this state of play, whatever the PS5. It wasn't a state of play, but you know what I mean. But that they've still got more to show, which gives me hope that my prediction of Resistance coming back, that I'll get at least a partial point for that prediction. He also basically intimated that the PS5 lineup will be the biggest in Sony history. Now, I don't know if he means launch or he must mean launch, because, like, how the hell do you know what you're going to produce in the next 6-7 years? Right. So he's got to be talking about the launch lineup, but pretty sweet. Also, the PlayStation 5 UI reveal is coming soon. It will be a 100% complete overhaul of the PS4 cross-media bar, whatever you want to call it, and it will be lightning fast. Okay. One of the reasons the PlayStation 5 is so massive is to keep it cool and keep the fan noise down, which is what I think we all kind of thought. It is funny when you go back to the dev kit, the V, like PlayStation 5, the big V thing. It's not a V, don't get me wrong, but it's kind of, if you take like the bat ears, like the fin things that go down, FN 2198. FN
2198 sounded right.
Well, I was going to put a 7 on the end. I might have been wrong. But it's something like there were so many, like, you can tell it's meant to keep it cool and have all the air get in that it needs to get in. And Sony did confirm that there is no smart delivery system on for PS4 to PS5 upgrades, and it's up to the publishers. But Sony will do whatever they can to help. We'll talk about some of this stuff later, but you're already seeing a lot of the developers are
2187.
2187, okay. Are getting behind it and saying, "Hey, we're going to give you a free
a free P.
A free P. I gotta pee. Free upgrade to PS5 if you buy the game between now and whatever."
That's pretty cool.
So when it comes to the console, the UI, the lineup, all that stuff, anything you want to add, Sean?
No, I mean, we'll see it when we see it. I'm looking. It's one of those things where, like, it doesn't really matter, but I also kind of, I'm not gonna not watch. Yeah. But it's also something that I kind of just want to be surprised about. But whatever. As soon as they show it, I'm gonna watch it.
You won't.
But,
yeah. I just, like, for me, it's more like, no matter if they're talking about the biggest launch lineup ever, whatever, like, I know what this system is going to deliver over the next 6, 7, 8 years when it comes to Spider-Man, Horizon, and God of War, probably Uncharted 5 or Uncharted reboot, whatever, Last of Us 3, God help us. Like, whatever Naughty Dog does next, whether it's Last of Us or not, like, I know what these first-party studios are capable of, and that's enough for me to say, yes, I'm going to buy the really huge box when it comes out, if I can, if it's available. I mean, I can, if it's available.
Yes, day one, if I can.
God, I can't wait.
If it's available.
If it's available. I can't wait. All right, next up, EA Play Live was this past week, and it pretty much sucked except for a couple things. So let's go through the good things right now. We're not going to go through everything because EA, you really suck at press conferences. Sorry. You're never going to sponsor us anyways. Worst kept secret over the last 2 weeks is Star Wars Squadrons. So it is officially coming out October 2nd for PS4, Xbone, and PC. It is a first-person space dogfighting game set after Return of the Jedi. There are single-player and multiplayer campaigns. I think the multiplayer is 5-on-5, but I heard other people saying it was 4-on-4, but I was pretty sure they showed like 5 people walking, 5 people walking. You know, they went between the light and the dark and whatever.
Yeah.
What did I do?
It's just 5 people walking, 5 people walking.
Kill moment. It will be cross-play across consoles, and for Sean, it will be fully playable the entire game in VR on PlayStation 4 and PC. This game, I will say, and it's only $40. I am actually excited for this, and I didn't think I would be. I feel like this could be, like, who knows when we're actually going to get Half-Life Alyx, if ever, on PSVR. This feels like, to me, a game that actually, and it sucks because we're probably going to PSVR 2 next year or something, but, like, this feels like the game that could actually make people that have been on the cusp of getting a PSVR go, holy crap, Star Wars in space, I'm in an X-Wing, and it's all in VR. Okay, yeah, let's do this. But what do you think? You're the guy with the VR out of the two of us, so what do you think?
I'm not... If I didn't have a VR, I would be just kind of... I'll wait and see what people have to say about it, or wait for you to get it, or whatever. Since I know it's got VR, that definitely kind of pushes me more over the edge with it. It just seems like the kind of thing that, I mean, if done right, it could be awesome. But if not done right, it's like, how many different ways can you just fly around space and shoot a bunch of like TIE fighters and stuff? It just seems like it could get kind of boring. I don't know. If not done. Like, I know it's not, but I think back to, even though I loved the game at the time, Star Wars Arcade on 32X.
In the trap.
Like, I loved that game at the time, but like looking back, and I know that's not what this game is, but it's like you can only like fly around and pew 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 pew, like so much. I'm not a big fan of first person shooters, but like
Descent.
Space is space.
Yeah.
So, I mean, at least first-person shooters on the ground, you can be in different environments. You could be inside, you can be outside, and maybe there will be some of that in this game.
I'm sure you're gonna fly.
I'm sure it's not
like Star Destroyer.
Yeah, it's not like you're just gonna be flying around just nothingness in space. But I don't know. I'm sure I'll probably check it out. The VR definitely helps it for me.
I'm really excited. I'm hoping this is one that the boys will just want, and that I can try it when they get it for Christmas or whatever. I don't need... This is definitely not like a day one thing for me, but I'm definitely intrigued. My interest is piqued. Piqued. Not Paked or Peeked. If you... Never mind. Skate 4 was announced. It was just two old dudes talking, and they didn't show anything. And the internet went crazy because they said the word Skate 4. I don't think they actually said Skate 4. They said Skate's coming back. Whatever they said, like, I've said it on Twitter. I think I've said it on here. I've never played Tony Hawk. I've literally not played Tony Hawk for 1 second. I know I've never played a skate game for 1 second.
If I would have thought about it more, again, more just because I want it more than I actually think it would happen, I should have put SSX comes back as one of my predictions. But like
that, I'd be excited for. This, I don't care.
Yeah.
And Tony Hawk 1 and 2 remastered, I don't care.
Yeah.
Also, you can upgrade Madden and FIFA 21 from the current gen version to the next gen version for free. Again, like I said, Sony's not doing smart delivery, but the publishers are going to make sure it happens, which is, other than like Xbox One, for Xbox first-party titles, I feel like that's kind of what Xbox is doing too. Like the publishers, you're not just going to say, excuse me, Activision, you must make Black Ops 4 upgradable. Like, dude, the game came out like 3 years ago. I don't care. We have smart delivery. What the frick are you talking about? I'm not putting money in this old-ass game. You know what I mean? Like, it's still going to be up to the publishers. But I know I'm a Sony fanboy, but whatever. Next up, Sean. This just broke today. Rocksteady apparently is making a Suicide Squad game. This comes from Eurogamer. A list of leaked domain names has set internet tongues wagging that Rocksteady, developer of Batman Arkham Asylum, I would say developer of the Batman Arkham whatever, is working on a game centered on DC's Suicide Squad. The domain names popped up yesterday on Reset Era, best place on the internet. That was sarcasm. Where fans noted they were registered by a company connected to Warner Brothers. Eurogamer understands this to be accurate. I've heard that one particular phrase registered as a domain, Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League.com, is a contender for the game's final title and a good summation of what you can expect Rocksteady's next project to be about. Yeah, if the game's called Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, I'm guessing you can tell what the game is about.
There is no way that is the title.
Oh, really? Because Birds of Prey, The Fantabulous Imagination of Mercy Harley Quinn, whatever, it was the name of a movie, so.
Yeah, I guess.
Other domains registered include SuicideSquadGame.com and GothamKnightsGame.com. Gotham Knights refer to the unannounced Batman game currently in development at Batman Arkham Origins Studio WB Montreal. Both projects are set to be teased at WB's upcoming DC Fandome event in August, like I said. Expect to see a little of Gotham Knights, which while unannounced has been continually hyped via various Court of Owls hints for more than a year. Expect to see very little of Suicide Squad, which is further off from launch. Both projects are being developed for next-gen consoles. Eurogamer has contacted WB for comment, and they did not respond. I don't know. Some people are really hyped about a Suicide Squad game. I don't know. To me, it all depends on who's actually in that version of the Suicide Squad.
It doesn't really do it for me. Like, I don't want to be that close to to a Batman game and not be able to be Batman. Yeah, like it'd be like, imagine if there was like an X-Men game, but you can't play as Wolverine or Cyclops. You can only play as like, I don't know, Jubilee and Gambit's pretty cool. Or
yeah, but I mean,
like,
he's not Wolverine or Cyclops.
Well, yeah, so I don't know.
You're Kitty Pryde.
Right. And like, I love Harley Quinn. Don't come after me. Suicide Squad, at least what I know about it, drops off quickly after her. Yeah. There's nobody else. I mean, Deadshot could be cool.
But, yeah.
But like, and I don't know how, what's his name, Deathstroke fits in. Like, I don't know.
Usually he's the antagonist of them. So if you're going up against him, which would be my thought, if they're making this game, they should go up against Deathstroke because of how awesome he was in Origins and how much he sucked in Arkham Knight, James Solar.
So,
love you.
I don't know.
To me,
and it doesn't seem like, unless you're just Harley Quinn walking around with a big mallet. Like, how do you you're not, it's not gonna, it shouldn't anyway, should not control like Arkham and should not control like Spider-Man, where you're like all these crazy, like, that's not hard. Like, unless you're just walking around with a big mallet. I don't know.
I could see I could see her doing some kind of gymnastic, kind of like flipping up on people and breaking their necks and stuff. But like, what I'm more concerned with in this report from Eurogamer is that the WB game is called Gotham City Knights. To me, that sounds like it's not really a Batman game, that it's some kind of weird, like, Triforce Heroes kind of... I'm not saying you're going to be for Batman or something, but, like, I feel like it's going to be something that I don't like. It's going to be some kind of multiplayer component that is not fitting to what all the Arkham Knight or all the Arkham games have been before this, is what I worry about most. Suicide Squad, like we said, it all depends on the lineup. I don't want to be, like... I'm Captain Boomerang and I got a pink teddy and I just throw my boomerang and I catch it and I throw it back. Like, I'd just rather play Zelda, like, without the pink teddy bear. I don't know. Like, I don't know. You can't make a good Superman game. We all know that at this point. So I get that they don't want to do just a Justice League game or a Superman game. And if Eurogamer's reporting this, it's like Schreier reporting something. This is what's happening, you know?
Yeah.
I'm just not, like... Suicide Squad does not get me all hot and bothered, for sure.
Yeah. I would much rather just have a Ninja Turtles game. Because that's 4 people I could see playing as any one of them. I'm sure they're all, you know, exactly, like, you can just, It's
Yes.
so easy to picture exactly how that game would look
with that
and
that
play.
combat style. Yes,
like
oh my
God, it makes so much sense. I don't know. I just don't really care.
Yeah, we'll see on August 22nd, I assume.
Now, Suicide Squad to me would almost work better as like Streets of Rage 4. Just an old school beat 'em up. That could be fun. I can see in that style.
We don't really have to worry about the
and,
story and everything.
right? Just walk her, just beat him up.
Push triangles Harley and she takes out the mallet. Yeah,
right. That would work for me, but I don't know. Not an Arkham style game.
No, I agree. NPD results for May, they were up again, just like last month, 52% over May 2019.
Wow.
It was also the highest May since 2008, just like April was the highest April since 2008.
Now what was 08?
Grand Theft Auto 4.
Oh yeah, I guess it was still just riding.
It was that, and there was one other one. There was a Mario Kart game. I forgot to write it down, but there was some kind of Mario game that came out in April or early May 08.
That was probably Mario Kart Wii.
I think it was, actually. Yeah, I think it was. That just set the software sales ablaze.
Yeah.
Top 10 for May are, what do you think number 1 was?
Call of Duty.
Yes. What do you think number 2 was?
Grand Theft Auto.
You're doing great. What's number 3?
Probably Animal Crossing.
What's number 4? You're going to get it wrong.
NBA 2K20.
You read this. You're looking at... Damn it, Sean. Number 4, Mortal Kombat 11. Number 5, Red Dead 2. Did you get... You guessed 1 and 2, or no?
Yeah. I mean, I probably could.
I thought I had an angle that you couldn't see it. I need a privacy screen.
See it clear
it's just
as day.
like... Oh, yeah. That's pretty easy.
I mean, I can see it. I can read enough to know. I can see a part of it. Oh, that must say this.
Number 5, Mortal Kombat 11. Number 6, Red Dead 2. Number 7, frickin' Minecraft. Number 8, Final Fantasy 7 Remake. Number 9, Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Number 10, Jedi Fallen Order.
That's odd.
Jedi?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When did that come out?
November.
Has it been that long? That's crazy.
It's been a
that's
long
still...
and quick year.
Oh, yeah. Now it's time for the wrap-up.
Thank you, Sean.
Cyberpunk 2077.
Stop stealing my thunder. Cyberpunk 2077 was delayed again to November 19th, which is probably the day before either the PS5 or the Series X launches. I've been saying forever that the PS5 will launch on November 20th, 2020. I don't know if it'll be the PS5, but it'll either be that or the Xbox Series X. I got too fast. It's like when you're walking, you're running faster than your body. Your body's going too fast. You know what I mean? You fall.
You fall.
They did confirm that there will be a PS5 upgrade available on day 1. The full next-gen version will be available in 2021, but it will look, quote, unquote, look better playing on PS5 and Series X with the old-gen version. Also, this delay has delayed their DLC and multiplayer offerings as well. I don't care anything about this stupid game. And the fact they keep delaying, like, obviously, delay the game. I really don't care because I don't care about the game, but, like, get it right. Like, make it as good as it can be when it launches. This game was supposed to be out 2 months ago. It was supposed to be out in April, and then it was delayed to September, and now it's delayed till November.
Wow.
I feel like CD Projekt Red is kind of... Who wasn't smelling their farts earlier? Oh, Neil Druckmann. I feel like they can't smell their own farts as well. But we'll see. I hope it's good. Witcher was not that... Witcher's overrated, and I'm sure this will be incredibly overrated, but whatever. Everybody's already basically made this game of the year, so whatever. Ghost of Tsushima has gone gold. Tsushima has gone gold. Oh, I want sushi. Jess got me sushi for lunch yesterday for Father's Day. It's fantastic.
From where?
Fuji Cafe takeout.
Have you had Mulan? Have you had Mulan sushi?
Oh.
I'm a big fan.
At one point.
That's where we've gotten it the last couple times.
Where's Mulan?
It's up by El Mezcal and Wolf River.
Oh, yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, they're very good.
That's my
Fuji
go-to.
Cafe is really good. The people that went in where Lee Khan used to be, it's like Tao Sun or something, whatever.
Tao
Sun.
I think it's just Tao.
No. Oh, Tao Asian cuisine. Yeah, you're right. It's fantastic. Sushi's amazing. I don't care.
I mean, they literally have the same menu, I think.
Yes, they're just like
they just like taped Tao.
It's like, can I just Pam? Can you just put Michael Scott Paper Company and fax me like 100 copies? I don't know about Ghost. At this point, I'm kind of more excited for Ghost.
I was almost wondering if you were going to be more into Ghost now after not being
That's
so
what I'm
into
saying.
Last of Us. If all of a sudden you need it as like a palate cleanser and you're like, well.
Just be like, F this. Fine. I'll just kill people as samurai. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. We've reached out for review codes. Stay tuned.
We've not yet heard back.
Shockingly. PAX West has been canceled, as well as PAX Australia. They're now just going to do PAX Online. Shocking. No one. Sean, this next one's for you. There's a new, it's actually called this, new Pokemon Snap is coming soon for the Nintendo Switch.
That's actually the name?
It's called, it's like up here in the corner, like, new Pokemon Snap. Pokemon Snap.
So I don't even know.
You take pictures of the Pokemons.
I guess. I just don't understand. I don't know the first thing about Pokemon, but like
the game
that's
can't be
not how
that
it
good
works.
if this is the second one in 24 years.
Well, like, what does taking a picture of a Pokemon do? You got to throw the ball at it and like capture it, right?
You're just trying.
But now you can just take a picture of it and you capture it
for prosperity.
I mean, I'm being somewhat facetious. I really don't know how it plays.
I don't
but
know
like,
either.
is that like you? I don't know. I'm sure there's more to it than literally just taking pictures of Pokemons.
I don't think there is.
Maybe not. I don't know.
This one's for Nick Schifani. NetherRealm is hiring for a next-gen Mortal Kombat and Injustice game. Shocking. Nobody. Mortal Kombat 12 and Injustice 3 are coming. You heard it here first. I would like all credits for previous... I don't know what
Dash block.
Dash block. There's course card. All tweets coming after this fact, I would like the credit for them. That's what I was trying to say. Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time, was revealed. This leaked via a trailer that came out early. It is out October 2nd. So I tweeted this. Gold Cartridge Gamer replied me. Crash 4 being a $60 game seems a little
Here's the thing. I
off.
think you, and I'm not a big Crash fan, but I think you're coming at that from a non-Crash fan.
Correct.
I don't see how, I'm not talking the new one, but like the last Ratchet.
That was 40.
That was only 40? Well,
rest my case.
All right. I was going to say, I'm like, if Ratchet and Clank can
Nope.
be a full-price game, that really wasn't...
That's why it sold so well. They put it out at 40 because they want to get people hyped up for the movie and stuff.
Okay, never mind. I did not know that. But still, I'm sure I could come up with some other...
But I mean, you can
There's
got to
be
like
games...
Mario Odyssey was 60 and this is 60.
Right.
But like,
so I think you just don't care about Crash, and that's
I don't.
fine.
But
I don't either.
It's not that
if
I don't
it
care
plays
about
the way
Crash.
the other Crash games did, I really don't care. If
That's-
this is some revamped and it
Did you watch the trailer?
No.
It's Crash. You're running in a straight line.
Well, that is kind of weird.
That's what I'm saying. This is not a 60 like
Okay, I didn't know if maybe it was like a revamped
like Mario Odyssey. No. This is like I said in my tweets, like RE3 shouldn't have been $60. Link's Awakening, as much as I love Zelda, for crying out loud, it's my second favorite series of all time. That was a $40 game. It was not a $60 game. I hate that. I get, like Adam was saying, I get it that these devs have to make their money back, and we've all agreed that like $60 is the price for a AAA game. That's why it was so refreshing when Ratchet came out the first time that it was $40 because everybody was like, holy crap, they remade the first Ratchet and it's only $40 and it's got however many levels.
I'm sure people much smarter than us have done the work, but you've got to wonder, like, do they know that if they priced it at 50 instead of 60, that they wouldn't sell 20% more and actually make more money? So, and I know you could sell it at $30 and sell twice as many and make zero profit.
Exactly, right.
So I mean, there's that goes into it too. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there's worse games that have sold for $60 and sold like gangbusters. So
like The Last of Us Part 2. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. This one's for both of us. Apex Legends is coming to Steam and Switch this fall.
Yeah.
And they will have crossplay. I've never been more excited. Stupid game. No, this one is for you.
Okay. I
got to say this with a straight face. This past week, Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory was announced, and it's coming out this year, and it's a rhythm game. Like Guitar Hero, but you're Mickey going, wahoo! That's
It's me, a Mickey.
Oh, boy, is what I meant to say.
Oh, boy.
Like there's three things you go across. I'm not going to waste any time. It's a rhythm friggin' Kingdom Hearts game. I hate this series so much.
I wonder where it fits into the story.
I want all my $30 back that I played on this game for the 2 hours I played it. I want you to just take it. I don't even want it. I want you to take it. I want you to even like hit it with a sledgehammer. I don't care. I freaking hate Kingdom Hearts. Marvel's Avengers will have a free upgrade to PS5 and Series X this holiday. The PS5 version is out, quote, holiday 2020. The game is still supposedly coming out September 4th. I'll be interested to see. I think it might be by the time this posts, they're going to do their War Table live stream. I hope the game looks a lot better than it did the first time because that looked like crap.
I want
to love this game. But exactly. What I've seen, I'm like, this. First off, it actually like looks horrible, but also it looks horrible.
It doesn't look fun, and it looks terrible.
And the last item here, Ready at Dawn, right before we started podcasting, has been purchased by Facebook/Oculus. Now, Ready at Dawn Coffee Talk.
Coffee Talk.
Ready at Dawn made God of War Ghost of Sparta. That was bad. Didn't work. And they made the Order 1886. This does not rule out the Order 1887, by the way, because Sony owns the IP. They can have Sony Ben, Naughty Dog, whoever make the Order 1887 or 1986. They can do whatever they want with it. It doesn't matter. And I don't feel like this is a good get, but I guess congrats, Facebook and Oculus. I don't know.
I really want Jack and Daxter to come back, and then just because it seems to write itself, I want Jack and Daxter to come back, and then I want like a Jack and Daxter Ratchet and Clank
X
crossover game. It just seems like it writes itself.
I mean, Sony owns it, so they can have whoever make it that they want.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I want. That's my next 5 years.
Another prediction for this year.
No, because you got to bring Jack and Daxter back on their own first.
You've
already got Rift Apart, and then maybe 3-4 years from now, have like a crossover game. I think
like Street Fighter X Tekken.
Exactly.
I would just honestly though, what I would say, all joking aside, I would remake. What's the best one? Was the first one the best?
I would say the second or third. The second and third one were very similar.
Okay.
The first one was quite a bit different. The first one was kind of like Mario Odyssey, where you have like different worlds, and there's like you can do this, and you get a power. I can't remember what they call them. A power. It's like a
Dex
orb. I don't know. And these things that you collect, and when you collect more, it opens up a new world you can go to and do these different tasks. 2 and 3 were more. I'm trying to think of what to compare it to. It was more open world. You had like your hub, like the main world. I don't want to say it was like Zelda, but like it was. You had like a hub world. I mean, I guess they were kind of sort of similar. I don't know. I think I loved one. See, I loved all three of them. I don't know which one I like better between 2 and 3. One had its own special charm to it. 2 and 3 were both very good and also both very different from 1 to where it's hard to even compare them. I feel like I like 2 better than 3 just because it seems like 3... I think of 3 as being like one of those weird, like a non-Hyrule, non-Ganon kind of Zelda game. It had that kind of feel, whereas 2 felt like you're Link, you're in Hyrule, and you're fighting Ganon. It just felt like this is how it should be, and then 3 was like, well, now you're in this other place.
You're doing Majora's Mask now.
Right, and I don't know, that may be way off base, but that's how I think of them in my mind. So I feel like I like 2 better.
Either way, what I think they should do is they should do a reboot like Ratchet did. Remake one of the games, call it whatever you want, see if the sales are there, which I think they definitely will be. You could even do PS4 and PS5 to just to boost the sales, and then bring it back or do a crossover Street Fighter X Tekken, whatever.
Yeah.
That's it for episode 187. Thank y'all so much for being here for episode 187, like I said, of the Two Player Co-op podcast of 187 episodes. We do appreciate y'all being here. Make sure you check out Nerd 901, where they are connecting nerds across the Mid-South and the multiverse. Check out youtube.com/blurwithoutfear, also twitch.tv/blurwithoutfear. For everything Ernie is doing over there, he's just kicking ass and taking names, and that's the thing.
And chewing bubble gum. And he's all out of gum.
You can find us on Twitter. I'm at KevinWhite24. He's at Real Sean White. Together we're at 2player_/co-op. Why did you do this thing?
/co-op.
Well, you went a slash and I did this thing. Patreon, Twitch, YouTube, audio services, Facebook. Thanks for the views. We don't post there, but we do appreciate it. You know the rundown. It's been a fun episode 187. I'm going to go try to not hate The Last of Us Part 2. But until the next time, Sean, go ahead and take us out.
Thank you for playing.